there's this guy from L.A., and he was driving up through the mountains of Colorado. This one's bad. And his car broke down, and he almost died in the snow, and these monks from the monastery came out. And like they pulled him out of the snow, and they treated him, they give him some brandy, and then brought him back to the monastery, and they fed him. You know, and the one brother there, he said, hey, man, like, we don't have nothing special. We're just monks. We live in poverty. But we'll make you up some fish and chips. And the guy snapped. It was the best he ever had. And he thought, if I could get this recipe, man, like I could start a franchise and make billions, you know, because that's what he'd think in California. So I went to this guy, and he said, I'd like to have the recipe. He said, the fish was terrific, he said, but the chips were even better, you know. And the monk said, oh, wait a minute, man. He said, you don't want to talk to me. He said, I'm the fish fryer. You want to talk to the chipmunk. You ever be driving along a highway somewhere in the south? Wait, now, this just occurred to me. And traffic could be tied up for about 75 miles, and you get up to where the traffic jam starts, and there'd be a guy looking through a telescope with a tripod, and he'd be going like this, you know? Now, here's what I can't figure out. About 50 miles away, there'd be another guy holding a pole. Now, wait a minute. The guy with the telescope, he's telling the guy with the pole to move the pole. The guy with the pole can't see the guy with the telescope. The guy with the telescope can see the guy with the pole. Why the hell don't he just move the telescope? Okay, I got this friend of mine. He lives up in Northern California. He's got a small farm up there. So I go to visit him. I notice he's got a pig on the farm. The pig has a wooden leg. And I try not to be staring at the pig or nothing. And you know how it is. Like, I didn't know what to say, so I was saying stuff like, well, the pig has nice ears. So finally, I had to say to him, I said, what the hell's the story, man? The pig with the wooden leg. And the guy got really uptight. He says, hey, man, will you do me a favor? Don't say nothing bad about this pig. It's a very special pig. You know, it was 2 years ago this month. It was October, wasn't it? It was 2 years ago in October. He said, the little missus and I were asleep in the back bedroom of the farmhouse here, and a spark must have come out of the fireplace and hit the rug, and it started to smolder and caught on, and the drapes and everything started to go up. The whole house goes up in flames. The little missus and I, we'd have died in our sleep, but the pig came by the bedroom window, and he started banging it with his snout and making loud noises, and he woke us up, and he saved our lives. I said, that's amazing. He said, that's nothing. It was like a month after that. It's November, then it would be. He said, I was plowing the South 40, and the tractor hit a soft spot and came over on me, and the seat of the tractor caught me, and I couldn't breathe. I was laying there like I was going like, and the pig come over, and he dug the dirt out around me, and he grabbed me by the collar, and he pulled me out from under the tractor and saved my life. I said, that's incredible. I said, but why the hell does a pig have a wooden leg? And the guy said, oh, are you kidding? A great pig like that, you don't eat them all at once. Typical Chicago Cub fan. This is true. Like, the guy's going to the Cub game. He's standing in line buying his ticket, you know? And he hears this voice from way up in the bleachers. Like, way up, the voice goes, hey, Dave! So he backs up to see who's calling, steps on a guy's feet behind him. And the guy, gets real high. He says, yo, watch where you're going, buddy. He says, all right, I'm sorry, man. So he goes through the turnstile, you know, and he goes in there and he's walking in. He hears the voice again from way up in the bleachers. I said, hey, Dave! So he stops to see his call. People are trying to get by him. They say, would you please move out of the way, pal? We're trying to get to our seats. He said, boy, you're grumpy people at a ball game. So he sits down. He gets about third inning, bases loaded, and he's really grooving. I mean, everybody's concentrating. Here comes the voice again. Hey, Dave! He stands up, turns around to see who's called. Now people are getting mad. They're saying, sit down in front. Boy, he's having a rotten day. Seventh inning, he goes. He buys a couple hot dogs, mustard relish, couple beers, some popcorn. He's coming back, going down the aisle, just ready to sit down. Here comes the voice again. Hey, Dave! Everything goes flying, the hot dogs, the popcorn, the beer. He turns around, looks up into the bleachers, and yells, my name's not Dave! This dog walked into this Western saloon. The dog. I mean, that's stupid right there. And he walked up to the bar, and he said, let me have a shot of bourbon. And the bartender looked at him and he said, what the hell, are you crazy? This is not a kennel or something, pal. This is a saloon. We don't serve dogs in the joint. And the bartender pulled out a gun. They all used to carry 44, and he shot the dog right in the foot. Pow! Yay! Yay! About 10 days later, the dog comes back dressed in black. He walks up to the bartender. He says to him, "Looking for the guy who shot my pa."